Good evening, good evening. Welcome to the second Up North show with the boy Joshy. How you doing
What's
today, Josh?
happening? I'm good, mate. You?
Yeah, I'm all right, man. I appreciate you working from what's that? Is that the canteen at work?
No, it's the office, man.
Oh, it's
I've
the
managed
office.
to. I've
Okay,
locked myself in. I've locked myself away for 10
okay.
minutes.
That is dedication, man.
Shift changes, isn't it? You know what it's like. Coronavirus and food retail is shift changes.
I have to respect that. You still came. I probably would have just bottled it and just stayed in my office and just not turn up, especially as my team didn't win. But we're here to talk about the teams up north, and I think we're just gonna have to just get started on what I would say is the biggest victory, which is quite obvious because Man United won 9-0.
Fluked it.
Like, yeah, that's not even normal. Like, okay,
No.
Southampton had 2 players sent off, but that is not normal. And I was on the live stream, so I wasn't watching. I wasn't watching live, so I've seen that's the only highlights I've seen. And like,
I
I
think, do you know what
wanted
the maddest
Southampton
thing
manager.
is?
You know, I actually wanted him, but he's lost 9-0 twice.
The maddest thing is, right, it's the first time they lost 9-0. They
Yeah,
were terrible. They were awful. Like,
yeah,
prior to that game, they were relegation fodder. And then the game they've lost now, they actually look decent beforehand. They've just come off of beating Liverpool.
yeah.
And they've gone to Old Trafford and been absolutely murdered.
I
Now,
mean,
don't
like,
take anything away from Man United, but losing
yeah,
to a player in the second minute didn't help massively.
yeah. I mean, that was his debut as well, or not his debut, but one of his first matches. And he's playing at Old Trafford. Got a bit excited.
Yeah,
Went in a bit crazy. And you'd have to say he let his team down, to be honest.
massively. 2 minutes in, you can't be throwing a challenge like that. Even if it isn't Scott McTominay, you probably
Yeah,
earned it.
like Man United are obviously trying to challenge for the league, and you go give them a boost. And obviously Man United also got their penalty as well, so we knew that a penalty had to come, and
Every
we knew
game,
that.
man.
Yeah, we knew Bruno was going to get a penalty. Although Martial dived, and now Benderak has actually had his red card rescinded, but it doesn't help, does it? Because after he got sent off, they conceded 3 goals.
Yeah.
6-0 and 9-0 are two very different scores. You can take a 6-0, but you can't take a 9-0, man.
Oh, it's huge, man. Huge. I mean, I've seen us lose 6-0, 6-1 a few times, but I couldn't imagine that. I mean, I've seen us hand out an 8-0.
Yeah.
And like that, for me, it was phenomenal. Like, I'd never seen anything like it for my team to beat another professional team 8-0. So for 9, and it shows the mentality of Man United as well. Because after they scored their 9th, McTominay grabbed the ball and ran towards the halfway line.
Yeah,
the boy wanted 10. So it absolutely shows the mentality there.
Like, I remember when we used to have Arsene Wenger, he clearly would tell Arsenal if they went 4 or 5-0 up, he would clearly tell them to stop playing.
Yeah,
like he didn't like smashing teams, and I don't know if that was like he just wasn't a killer like Ferguson. Ferguson would just be like, just go for the neck, man, just keep going, and obviously Solskjaer must have just told them just keep going, man. And
I would have been saying that. You want to see it, don't you? It's what you want to see. As a fan of the team that's winning, you want to see as many goals as possible.
Yeah.
And why lay off them? If they're going to lay over and take it, then just go for it.
Yeah, no.
I know they're going about sportsmanship, but Christ, just entertainment as well.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's an entertainment sort of business. So, you've just got to just keep going and just smashing them. I mean, I'm trying to remember if Arsenal have had anything. No, we definitely haven't had nothing that big, but I just feel like 6-1 is probably. I know we won 6-1 quite a few times under Wenger, probably 7 or 8 times to be fair. I'm just trying to think if I can remember anything else. I know we beat.
Back.
Yeah, 7-0 actually. I remember a 7-0 against Everton, and I remember 7-0 against. I can't remember who that was. Middlesbrough, someone like that. One of those rubbish teams. Anyway, those teams that keep coming up and bouncing back down. I think it might be Middlesbrough. But yeah, no, that's just mad. You guys were you celebrating? Do you hate Middlesbrough? Or you just hate Sunderland?
I'm not bothered about Borough, to be honest.
Yeah,
They're from Yorkshire, aren't they? They're not even a northern team, really.
is that what I'm forced then?
yeah. That's a pretend derby, that.
I don't know why they like to force like sort of rivalries, man. I don't know where that comes from. The whole forcing
That's
of
it.
rivalries.
It's like Man United and Liverpool, isn't it? That's not really a rivalry.
Yeah.
It's just through the success.
Oh, no! Look, Josh, they don't even want you on the show, man. They're asking where's Laurie.
Cheers, Gio, bro.
Gio, man, you've hurt Josh's feelings.
I'm going.
Yeah, Laurie's not here on a Thursday. He's just here on what day is he here? On a Wednesday and a Sunday, unfortunately. Maybe if people want Laurie on more, you're gonna have to start paying, and then I can pay him to come on a bit more. But yeah, he's not here
Contract
today.
negotiation.
Yeah, contract negotiations, man. Yeah, so Man United 9-0. Did you watch the Everton game?
Do you know what? I saw the highlights. It's been a busy week for me this week. I saw the highlights. It's nice to see Calvert-Lewin getting back amongst the goals.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I watched us beat Everton last weekend, but I didn't watch them midweek.
Let's talk about your victory last weekend against Everton, and let's give you a little bit of spotlight.
Well, it don't happen often, does it?
Yeah, that was one of your. Is that the best performance under Brucey?
Of the season, we were really, really good for 90 minutes, which makes a change. There wasn't any real blips. We were just went for the jugular. We were really, really good for 90 minutes. Players really stepped up.
No, I can't remember you guys ever playing so well under Bruce, to be fair. So it was good to see, because it's one of those tough ones. I think he's just he comes across just as a nice guy, so people don't like to see him losing. But at the same time, as a fan, as you guys are fans, it's not what you want to see. You don't want to just see someone be a nice guy. You want to see some sort of good football. I think would you take losing games if it looked like your team were trying? So
yeah, to a degree. I mean, I think as a fan, you always want to win.
Yeah.
You don't want to see your team lose. But I think the manner in which we've lost over the course of the last 2 seasons has just been embarrassing. There's no fight. There's nothing there. So if we had a team, as we always say, we don't demand a team that wins. We demand a team that tries.
Yeah,
and
I think that's one of the things for Newcastle, isn't it? You just want tries, don't you? Because you just love to see that passion at Newcastle, don't you?
And fight for the shirt, fight for the team.
Yeah, you just don't really see it. You just don't really see it at the moment. I don't know what's going on. Everton, Ben Godfrey, what a defender. Yeah, he's a really good defender. That's the one that comes from Norwich, isn't it? Yeah, he came from Norwich. Him, and you got the other one, didn't you? Didn't you get Lewis?
Yeah, we got Jamal Lewis.
Yeah, he's been a bit indifferent, hasn't he, this season?
Yeah, so you know what? I'll give him his dues. Against Everton, he was fantastic. Against Palace, he had a good game.
Yeah,
and it's there for him to be a world-class left-back, but
he needs the team, doesn't he?
He needs a team. He needs tactics. He needs a decent manager who's going to actually bring the best out of him.
Teach him how to play football, isn't it?
That's it.
When you're young, you need someone that actually shows you the ropes. And I don't know if Bruce is that guy for him. And to be fair, you guys have got the basis of a good team. You know, if you can get a couple more midfielders in.
Well, we got your boy, didn't we?
Yeah, honestly, he's going to be a good signing. If you guys play him, if you play him and you let him just be who he is in terms of, because he's just good at running from deep, and he's good at arriving late in the box. If you just let him be himself, honestly, he's going to get you goals. I know it's only Europa League, but I think he's got 4 or 5 goals this season, and he hasn't even played that often. So he does have goals in him. I don't know if you saw the goal that he scored against Liverpool. So he does have that in his locker. So I'm
looking forward to seeing him, to be honest. I think he'll sit in well alongside Hayden.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to have to be Hayden. I don't know if he would ever work with John Joe Shelby.
I don't think anyone does anymore.
I don't know how you guys would set up with him in there, to be fair. Jamal Lewis is an attacking left back and is massively defensive team, and he needs an experienced left back to help. Yeah, which do you guys have that? Do you have an experienced left back?
We got Dummett. I mean, Paul Dummett's been knocking about for a few years now.
The thing is, how old is he though?
26, 27.
I saw that he was like 26 or 27, and I was like, I swear Paul Dummett's like 35.
He's been there for that long, man. You know, he's 26. We've been playing left back for 32 years.
Yeah, like I feel like he was like in his 30s, but when I saw a couple of weeks ago that he wasn't, I was very, very shocked.
He's one of those players that he'll always give you a 7 out of 10 constantly.
That's what you want, though, isn't it?
He's a solid player, but obviously, as a wing back, you want flair sometimes. And I think under the right manager, as Fan Future said, Williams is the boy that needs to come back. If we got Jeffrey Williams back, I think every mag in the country would be chuffed to bits.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I mean, damn it, man. I just feel sorry for him, man. I feel sorry for him. He's just one of those guys that can play football. You know who reminds me of? Like people like Danny Higginbottom. You just know by their name that they're not going to get any better. Like sometimes a name just gives it away. And Danny Higginbottom. Damn it. What's the one that came from Man United and now plays for Burnley? Fullback.
Oh, Bardsley.
Yeah, just doesn't look like just I don't know, man. Some names just tell you
players you know what you're gonna get out of them, don't you?
Yeah, you know they're gonna try hard, don't you?
But it's boring.
And I feel
but I like Dummett. Paolo Damatino. He's got it, he's solid, so I like him. I'd have him in my team.
So let's get on to the Palace game. Where did it go wrong? Were you guys overconfident? I mean, you took the lead after something silly, didn't you? Like a minute or two.
2 minutes, yeah. Do you know what? We were the better team over 90.
Yeah.
Like, watching it back, we were definitely the better team. And it's one of them games where Palace have come, they've set up, and they've known exactly what they want to do.
Yeah.
And they've equalised, taken the lead, and then sat back and just let us attack.
Yeah, no, because the Eze from Palace, very
baller.
Good
he's fantastic.
I don't know. I mean, you know what Palace do have though? They have the ability to get these players and then not need to sell them, or if they do sell them, they just like say, "Okay, give us 70 mil," and then in the end, that means they don't end up selling the player. And
we've seen look at Zaha.
Yeah. So at the moment, Eze, I think if he was to be sold, he's not going for less than 50 million. Obviously, that's with the English tax, but at the same time, I just don't think he's going. Russ, thank you. Good evening. Thank you for coming to every episode of every show I do, Russ. I really appreciate it.
Super fan.
Yeah, super fan, man. I'm gonna have to start paying you to come on, Russ. But yeah, so what was because I saw the first goal, but I didn't see Cahill's goal. I'm taking it that's Cahill's goal, so it's from a corner or a free kick.
Yeah. It was just a set piece.
Okay,
but it's just defensive lapses from us. I mean, you could see the confidence was up. You could see that they wanted to play football. We actually bossed possession, which I can't ever remember happening in a game. Even when we win games, you normally only have 30% possession.
So the signs are there, but. Is that? Can we give any credit to Bruce, or is it because I can see a couple of your fans talking about the new coach? Has he had that much of an influence in a week or two?
I think he's had influence, but I do think, as much as it pains me, you have to give credit to the manager. Yeah, because obviously we saw it against the second half of the Leeds game. We saw it sort of creeping in a little bit. There was a change in momentum and there was a change in tactics. But I do think Jones coming in has implemented his own style straight away.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you've seen pictures of him on the training ground actually giving out tactical information and stuff. So.
You done your lineup? Oh, no, I haven't, to be fair. I haven't done my lineup yet. I don't think I have. Oh, we were playing like some online football manager game. And I only went and got bloody Newcastle, didn't I?
Good lad. I missed the cut off me. He did message me and I missed it.
Yeah, I've only gone and got Newcastle, and I think I've signed some good. I've signed for Tongan, so my defense is looking alright, but I ain't got nothing else going forward. He just. I tried to sell him for like 5 mil, but no one ain't trying to take it. Liverpool, is it the end? Is it the end of Liverpool? Is it the end?
It's just. I feel like it is. Nah, the end never got started. If it is, I
Yeah,
mean,
I feel like it's the end of Liverpool, man.
they're defensively frail at the minute.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's the end of their title challenge, surely.
yeah, they won't regain it. They won't win it again. Not this year.
Yeah,
Maybe
so
next year, but not this year.
I think they need to freshen it up. I don't know who they're gonna sell out of the forward line, but I feel like one of them has to go this season.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think they might even it'll either be Firmino or Salah. I don't think he'll get rid of Mane.
You don't think I I feel like Mane is the one that would leave. I mean, I think it should be Firmino because I think like he's given what he's given, and I think you can slightly upgrade on it.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking if I think Mane would be the one that would kick up the most stink if someone came in for him. So say like Real Madrid or someone came in for him.
Yeah,
And he
I think they get the most money.
Yeah, I think if one of them was going to force a move out of Anfield, it would be Mane.
Yeah. He's the one I'd keep though, out of the three of them.
Yeah.
Like if I was Liverpool manager, he'd be the one I'd be fighting the hardest. I know Salah's an exceptional talent. He scores really important goals, but I don't know why, but I just feel like Mane brings more to the entire team.
Yeah. Yeah, the end of Van Dijk, you know what? That's not even a bad shout because although he's been very good, I don't know how people come back from certain injuries. And
yeah, that's a major.
The older you get as well, the harder it is to come back. I know centre back is probably the position that you can last longest in because it then becomes about the way you're thinking and stuff when you're playing. But I think, Liverpool are probably again 2 or 3 players away from getting back to their best. But next season, Man United are gonna be like top 2, top 3 this season. So
it'd be interesting to see what Man United do in the transfer window.
That's what I'm saying. So in the transfer window, I feel like they're gonna bring some big people in. Man City, they're gonna only go and they're only gonna go and get more strikers. Once they get a couple strikers, then Man City.
It's what they need. Ridiculously, and I know they've still got Aguero and Jesus on the books, but I still don't think Jesus is big enough for the Premier League.
Yeah, and he's not gonna be.
He's injury prone now.
Yeah, he's finished now, isn't he? I don't think he's played over 20 games for a while in the season.
Dangerous still, man.
And who else? Chelsea. So it's between those 4, and Chelsea can spend when they want to spend. So
I think they will in the summer. I think with Tuchel coming in, I think Chelsea will spend large amounts of money again.
I think it's going to be on their defense because I think that's probably what's letting them down. And the striker, I think they need a top draw striker. Liverpool have a lot of injuries. But today I was trying to squash that whole rumor about it being because of their defense, and so I went through quite a few of their fixtures. So I put the five fixtures that they didn't score in. The last 5 fixtures that they didn't score in, Liverpool had 82 shots.
Wow.
Between the games.
Wow.
So if you've got 82 shots, that means you've created 87 chances, which means that isn't down to you not having anyone in the defense. That's just down to your strikers not finishing their chances or finishing when they get in a half decent position. Obviously, shots could mean anything. Like they could be shooting from the halfway line and it will count as a shot.
Yeah.
But there's also going to be shots that have just gone wide or hit the post or the keeper saved. So I don't know. I'm not sold on the whole they've got loads of injuries thing because they still create chances. I think when they played, I don't know if it was the Brighton or the Burnley game, they had 27 shots. So I'm just like, that. There's no sympathy. Like that's down to your players not scoring goals. How many players come back from long-term injury to say, I'm trying to think of one. I can't think of any. And the thing is, long-term injuries. Yeah, Shearer.
Shearer did.
I mean, Ian Wright broke both his legs. So people do come back for it.
I've seen your tweets about Ian Wright the last couple of days, and obviously I saw his tweet. I'm gonna bring it up. Ian Wright is an absolute legend for what he did. The shit he stuck up with, especially from that boy tweeting him what he tweeted him, and for him to come out and give such a polite response to him not getting prosecuted properly, was massive from Ian Wright. I think he's just such. I've met him a few times, and the geezer's such a nice man, and such an amazing footballer. For him to go through that sort of shit is unbelievable. It's absolutely unprecedented. And people that do that online and are trolling and bullying and picking on people just should be massively ashamed of themselves, especially in the time period we're in right now, where mental health and the whole coronavirus and Black Lives Matter and everything is just on top of people. And people just need to look at themselves and realise people just want to help and not pick on people for silly things.
Like, I mean, because you brought up the mental health thing, and I kind of watched Jesse Lingard yesterday, and you can see the light and day between the two players, like the Jesse Lingard at Man United and the Jesse Lingard at West Ham. And just the smile on his face yesterday just showed that I think at United he was struggling. And
you saw the weight of the world lift off his shoulders. When he scored that first goal, you just saw he sort of breathed out and you thought, well, maybe that's what he needed to get away from that bubble that is Manchester United. Yeah, and to probably, I know he does a lot for like family, and probably to step away from that environment for a little while has done him a massive, massive sense of good.
Yeah,
because I mean, mental health's huge at the minute. I mean, I do a lot of stuff with the foundation, and we push the Be a Game Changer campaign, and we're pushing men's mental health. But it's huge. It's countrywide, and if we can just, I mean, today's time to talk day. So if we can get people just to speak up and support rather than challenge and put people down, it's a step in the right direction.
Like you say, Ian Wright's response to it was. I don't think anybody else would have responded like that.
I thought it was phenomenal. I thought the way he dealt with it was really, really.
I saw Clinton Morrison's response, and I think that's how most people react to how Clinton Morrison reacted. Is like he was just proper angry. But fair dues to Ian Wright. Tuchel won't last 2 seasons.
I think
man. Russ, you have to give us a reason why. Arsenal won have 82 shots in 10 games. I'll be surprised if we had 82 shots in 10 games. More like
I don't think we have 82 shots across the season.
I don't know if we've had that in 20 games. I'll need to check that one because I feel like we just don't shoot, to be honest.
Pass. It's the Arsenal way, though, isn't it? Pass.
Yes, it's only good, though, when you're scoring. And, I mean, to be fair, we haven't been doing too bad in it. Wolves game was just a blip for me. It was just a freak thing.
Moutinho, though.
Yeah, Moutinho. So you get a freak, you get 2 freak sending offs, and then you get an amazing goal that I don't know if anyone's saving it, to be fair. Like, it's just a scream. I think it was the first goal that he scored at Wolves, isn't it?
I don't think if it's not the first, there's not many more.
So I don't know, that was just, it was a beauty from him, to be fair. Who is your next game? We've got Southampton. See, this is I just don't know what's going to happen, man, because Southampton are just a weird team, aren't they?
We've got a pretty good record against them, to be fair. I genuinely do think we'll beat them. I think obviously it's not going to be anything like Man United produced, but I do think we'll win.
And you're at home as well, aren't you?
Yeah, and they're missing a few, so I didn't even realise they'd signed Minamino from Liverpool.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that had happened.
I saw that as well. It was one of those late ones, weren't it?
Yeah. Just out of nowhere. I saw it the next day. I'm thinking, oh, mate, that's a strange one.
No, I don't think it is, because I've seen him play, and you always feel like he can play for Liverpool. You can see that he's got that sort of press. He scored a couple of goals, but he's not better than what is there. So he's never going to get a chance to prove how good he is, really. So this is probably his chance now. His last chance to learn. If he's going to make it at Liverpool, he has to perform well at Southampton. Just hope he gets the games. Just going to finish off. What's your score prediction for your game against? Who did we just say you was playing?
Southampton.
Mind blank.
We're beating them 2-0, you know.
You're beating them 2-0?
2-0. I'm going out on it. 2-0. Callum Wilson.
Yeah, I'm going 3-1 because I think Southampton, Theo Walcott or Danny Ings will get a goal. Going 2 goals for my guy, Willock, and 1 goal for Callum Wilson, because I think Callum Wilson is Ian Wright, the modern day Ian Wright. Just needs the right team. He just needs the right players around him, and then we'll see.
The players are there, you know. The players are there for him to build on. He's just got to use them the right way.
They
Just
need
do
to.
what we all want, man. We want to see
Yeah,
ASM, Ryan Fraser, and Miggy Almiron on the same pitch at the same time.
yeah, just a feeling. Tuchel is well known for being a difficult individual to deal with. I can't imagine Roman, and I'm not going to say her name, getting off for very long. Yeah, I've seen quite a few things, but I think with Chelsea and this Chelsea team, as opposed to PSG, is that there's no big players at the Chelsea team. I mean, Thiago Silva is their big player. I don't think that everyone else is young and they're just going to want to prove themselves. So I don't think you're going to get much kickback from the players. It's just whether, he gets on with the board and gets on with the owners. But I think I can see him being there for a while, especially if they win a trophy within the next couple of years.
Silva will be gone, though.
Yeah.
Thiago will go because he left PSG because Tuchel kicked him out. So
I mean, Silva, he was brought there for a reason, just to obviously bring a winning mentality and talk the younger players through. So, I can't imagine he's going to be there for too long.
I think Chelsea need an Arsenal manager. I think they need a manager that's going to go in and just say, "Look, this is what you're doing. Do it."
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I think players just don't respond to that anymore. Like there's so much like in their feelings and stuff.
They're a spoiled generation of players. They've been brought up
that's what it is
on money. So
they've been brought up on money. That's what it is essentially, because now youth team players are getting, up to 10 grand, and they haven't even got in the first team.
Oh, look at the cars they drive.
Exactly. So that sort of attitude then gives you that whole sort of, they think they're Billy Big Bollocks, and just they act like that. So if they get told one thing that they don't like it, then they're going to kick up a stink. But I mean, I just want Chelsea to keep sacking their managers, because that just means, they're not going to have no fluidity. So I don't mind if he gets sacked. I don't care, to be honest. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he does last for a couple of years. But obviously, Josh, I'm aware, obviously, you need to get back to work before you get fired. And obviously, I want to go watch the Chelsea versus a Spurs match. But everyone, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sending in your questions. Please subscribe to Big Gunner on YouTube, Big Gunner TV on Instagram and on Twitter. Don't forget to follow Joshy. Tell us, Joshy, where we could find you, because I still haven't changed your name and I'll spell it wrong.
Twitter is a big thing, at Joshy Banyard. You'll see me preaching a lot about men's mental health and the Be a Game Changer campaign, which is my big passion. That's what I really use Twitter for mainly, and to interact with football fans. Just Twitter is the main one. So at Joshy Banyard and at the Locker Room as well. Yeah,
no worries. We're going to get those links up for Josh's good work, and people, we need to start talking and opening up more about mental health issues, because the world we're living in at the moment is not normal. Don't ever let anybody tell you how we're living at the moment is normal. It is not normal. So if you feel indifferent or feel any sort of way, please seek help and get out there and talk to people, because that's the only way you're going to get through it. At the moment, we're just waking up every day doing exactly the same thing, and we can't go see family or friends. So it's naturally going to be tougher. So please, people, we're going to post up the links of where you can go and get help. And Russ, thank you so much for coming in and leaving all your messages, and see you on the next show. Everybody have a good evening. Make sure you social distance, and please, please, please go follow Joshy Banyard on Twitter. Have a good